And welcome back to the Entrepreneur Podcast, guys. It's your boy Ish, and I'm back at it for another podcast. We are basically Joe Rogan and Young Jamie, bro. How do you feel?
Yes, sir. I feel good, bro. I feel good. And these podcasts, it gives us a platform to speak our minds, just connect with audiences, and I really like that for sure.
Yeah, I love being able to talk to our people, like the people that actually listen to us. It's such a good feeling knowing that there's someone out there that spends his day listening to us talk about entrepreneurship. It's really important to me. And when I was younger, I wish someone was out there, embracing and teaching these kind of things, teaching all these little hacks and life lessons that no one ever taught me. So I'm so glad I get the opportunity to actually teach people. A couple of complaints that we had from the last few podcasts are we talk to sluttery, I guess you could say, stuttery and stuff like that. We have to be able to pronounce our words more. So I will try my best. I'm not a freaking Joe Rogan. Give me 1,000 episodes and maybe I'll think about it. But until then, you guys got to deal with what we got to deal with. But we will try our best to talk more clearly. And our editing team also has problems with that. They're like,
100%.
what are you talking about?
Bro, but to those people, this isn't an English grammar, bro, podcast. This is an entrepreneur podcast. Here we just spit game. We don't spit, English syllables. this isn't an English grammar podcast.
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, so in terms of more clear, speaking, go to another English podcast, buddy. We're speaking how we're speaking. But anyways, bro, let's get into it. So what are the topics that you have for today, bro? What's going on?
This is the lingo, bro. So yeah, moving forward, I think we should do some live streams, some radio stuff as well.
That'd be fun, dude.
Some people, in the live stream just asking us questions and just
us
spitting the game.
We could do that.
I think people think it's too pre-recorded. We have these topics, just
there's nothing on the table, guys. I promise
off
you.
the dome, bro. It's
off the dome. We literally don't plan anything, and we just shoot the cameras and just put the cameras on and start going. So we're not really in the business of pre-recording or.
So yeah, bro, I was just scrolling through Twitter, like me, on my sofa, and I saw a really interesting article. The article read that there are a lot of schools in America and Australia that are now teaching entrepreneurship courses. What do you think? Because I have some opinions. I'll first listen to your opinion and then get mine. Can you really teach entrepreneurship to someone that isn't into this lifestyle?
I see what you're saying. You can teach entrepreneurship to a person that's willing to learn. But the thing about it is, if it's free, no one's going to pay attention. The normal way of learning something is that if you really care about it, you'll pay for it. You'll pay for that knowledge. Every time I paid for something like a book, an audiobook, a course, whatever, I paid more attention when it wasn't free. The fact that it's free and it's accessible to everyone, there's no desire and there's no scarcity for that specific service or that educational platform. So the thing about it is, if you're trying to learn how to make money, why is it free? The thing I actually learned is if it's free, if whatever you're trying to buy, if it's free, you're the product that they're trying to actually get. So if there's a free service out there or whatever there's free, the real reason it's free is because you are the product. And they're trying to get you to pretty much fall into whatever they're trying to get you into falling into. So that's pretty much how I think of it. But when it comes to entrepreneurship, like I said, you can't teach this stuff to someone that's never going to be willing to learn. I've actually taught this strategy and these different type of systems to people that actually learned them and they're willing to put in the time and energy. But there are people that haven't been able to put in the time and energy because whatever reasons. And those are the people that fail. So it's a debatable, controversial topic, but I really think that the person that's really going to sit there and pay attention, whether it be free or not free, is the person that's really going to succeed.
100%, bro. I agree with your point on something being free is not really free. Everything that is free is not really free. There is some end goal behind that.
Exactly.
That you're just it's just a loop, bro. It's in the long run they're trying to make you pay or trying get you on board their topic or scheme or some stuff like that. Yeah. So my take on this is there are people that are born followers and there are people that are born leaders, if that makes sense. If everyone is a leader, no one is a follower. If everyone's a follower, no one's a leader. And in this game, in this business game, entrepreneurs are the leaders. And I feel like there's there's some instinct. Some people, I look at some people, my brother for example, I look at him and I feel like this guy cannot be an entrepreneur. This guy was made to follow people to become, a job, like a 9-to-5 guy, if that makes any sense. Some people are just born to lead. Some people cannot, like me and you, I don't feel like you can do you can work as an employee like not for 1 week.
Yeah.
Like looking at your personality and all of that stuff. Me as well. I cannot, like I'm really in the middle. I follow some people that I feel inspirational to.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and I'm leader to some people
that
I can lead people, and I feel like entrepreneurship can be taught, but up to like some extent. You have to have some instinctual features in your personality that have to be there for you to become a successful entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's like kind of learning how to fly. If you want to become a follower, you're pretty much a bird that doesn't know how to fly. You are just dependent on whatever, your surroundings, your boss, your job, your corporate office, whatever. But until you throw the bird into the air, and if he doesn't fly, he dies. So you're throwing yourself into the air when you're taking that risk as an entrepreneurship. So like myself, I quit my job and I threw myself in the air. And there's two options: there's fly or die. You come back to your little nest, or you go out there and fly with the clouds. So what I've done is actually took that risk, tried flapping my wings as much as I possibly could, and now I'm flying. And this is important lessons for a lot of entrepreneurs out there. If you guys don't actually get that chance to be thrown into the air, you're never going to be able to go ahead and take those risks to get to the life that you want to deserve. That's what I do.
Yeah. Do you think like if you have a safety net, does that make you like hesitant of taking those risks as an entrepreneur?
It's debatable. I have a safety net. If I wanted to go back and go back to college and do all this stuff, I can. It's always going to be there. There's always a plan B. But my plan B is don't let plan A fail. Plan C could be your college. Plan C could be your company went bankrupt, or you got in a major hack, or something happened to your business and you have no other way of getting back to it. Just momentarily, let's just say you have bills, you have car notes, you have all this stuff that you can't just restart your company. You have to go out there and actually start earning some money. It's not a problem to restart. Young people, they kind of feel like they need to be freaking having $100 millions within the next, by the time they're 28 years old, they need to have hundreds of millions of dollars. You guys are so young. Everyone's so young. I think Instagram made it, and these social media platforms made it, they portray this way of you have to be young, you have to be this age to own this thing. They see Ronaldo, 30-year-old, 40-year-old, whatever, how old is he? He's flying private, getting Bugattis. They see all these people like Jake Paul, he's like 23, 24, whatever, flying private, having amazing houses, and living this crazy lifestyle. And now the people that are just following, like 20 million followers, now they feel like they have to be at that level at that age, which is absolutely false. So personally, everyone has their own story, and I don't like the fact that people are trying to compare themselves to others. For example, I'm a perfect example of that. I was looking at people on Instagram and I'm like, dude, this guy has a McLaren already and I don't have a McLaren. I think I'm doing something wrong, but that guy's 27 and I'm 22. Like, there's a specific gap barrier, and I don't really think that I need to follow these people and see what they're doing. Of course it motivates you, but I don't want to compare myself and put myself in the same bracket. They don't come from the same life I did. They don't know the same things I knew. They have a whole different story, and everyone is very unique in their own ways. And I really think that they should embrace their uniqueness and follow their passions at their own level. If you want to go out and travel the world before you become an entrepreneur, go do that. Go travel, go see this world, go fall in love, do whatever you want to do. Entrepreneurship is always going to be there. Your backup plan is always going to be there, but definitely don't compare yourself, and don't try to say, oh, I want to be a marketing agency owner because Ish is a marketing agency owner and that's how I make money, but I don't like that job. That's what I'm trying to say.
So there are two words, entrepreneurship and philanthropy. A lot of people, mix these two things up, and a lot of people, think they're interchangeable. What's your take on that? It isn't an English grammar question, obviously. It's a question on what's your take on philanthropy and what's your take on entrepreneurship, and the people that are entrepreneurs and people that are philanthropists.
So philanthropists, these people are like the people that donate to charities and good causes and all that stuff. Entrepreneurship is where they actually go out there and help the community. As an entrepreneur, you're hiring people and you're boosting the economy. You're bringing in new jobs. You're bringing in new opportunities for people. Philanthropy, you're just kind of giving to charity, and they're just going to do whatever they do with that money and pay their payroll for the people that are on their roster and on their leaderboard. So that's my opinion when it comes to entrepreneurship. You're bringing in economy. You're bringing in jobs. That's why I get so pissed when people think that Jeff Bezos is like a bad person when he's literally hiring so many employees, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of employees that are coming in and getting new jobs that are helping families get paid and putting food on the table and paying their rent. And people have the audacity to hate on this guy. That's ridiculous. Shame on these people that are hating on him for going to space. He has this money, he earned it. You know, why are you gonna make someone feel bad for, you know, chasing their dreams? And, you know, when you were a little kid you wanted to go to space and now you have the opportunity to. Why are you gonna hate on that? How can you possibly hate on a guy that's just chasing his dream as a childhood dream? That's insane to me.
100%, bro. On the topic of Jeff Bezos, tax the rich.
Oh my god.
No one tax the rich. No one's taxing the rich.
Shut up. No one's taxing the rich, bro.
I saw a really good video by The Walks. It's a really good YouTube page. If you guys want to check it out, it's really good. They made a YouTube video on why these rich people aren't getting taxed as much, and they explain, you know, like if Jeff Bezos has, let's just say how much is his net worth?
Like 100, 200 billion. Like
yeah, 200 billion.
Something like that.
That isn't his realistic net worth.
Yeah.
That's his holdings in stocks.
Yeah.
If someone pays,
sorry, you guys.
If someone pays him 200 billion for his stocks, then he owns 200 billion. I feel like they also gave a really good comparison. Let's just take California as an example. The richest man in California, he might be, you know, like somewhere between 60 to 70 billion dollar in net worth. But the richest man in terms of cash is the person that has roughly like $2 to $3 billion in his bank account.
Yeah.
These people hold stocks, and when those stocks are sold, on that they're taxed.
Yeah.
And that is why they aren't taxed as much. What's your take on rich people being taxed more?
Yeah, bro. There's two. It's a double-edged sword. Okay, I get it from the poor person's perspective. These rich people are living elite lifestyles that are just, you know, making so much money and finding loopholes that you don't need to pay taxes. But there's an argument to be said that why can't a poor person learn the same thing and use those same loopholes for their own whatever they're doing? Let's just say your small business, you're the same person, you have the same tax code as Jeff Bezos. Why can't you just go out there and learn it like how Jeff Bezos' team has? You know, the opportunity and the education and the information is out there. Just go out there and actually learn it. Stop being lazy and stop blaming others for why you're taxed so much, and go find out how to go loopholes. There's amazing videos on YouTube, hours long videos of accounting that a person could go watch and understand all the loopholes in terms of taxes and pretty much get the same education as a Jeff Bezos accountant or something like that. People really just don't understand that all the information is out there. It's just that you're not using it. The same way for me. I have my own marketing agency. All that information is out there. You know, everything is an online website or a server or everything like that. You could find it. It's public information. If you did some research, you could probably find it. But the people will not do it. People will not hire people. People will not buy podcast studios. People will not, you know, invest into their technology for their business and stuff like that. So I find it really funny that you're getting mad at me for owning a business and being really successful, and you have the same opportunity, same public education, same everything as me, but you're just not incorporating it into your own life.
100%. On the topic of stocks and all that stuff, it's similar in crypto as well. If you own, you know, like a lot of Ethereum, you don't really own that in dollars. If someone pays you and buys your Ethereum, then you own it in dollars, and that's what you get taxed on.
So that's called asset management. So there's a thing called assets and liquidation. Assets are pretty much what you own, but you can't cash out at that exact second. Liquidation, liquid, is pretty much how much cash you have in your reserves, how much stacks of money you have in your hands, how much money you have in your bank that you can cash out at an instant notice. So these kind of things are both taken into consideration when they're looking at your net worth. For the example, I'm a millionaire. Do I have $1 million in my bank account? No. Why? Because I have $1 million business that's generating me amazing cash flow. And people need to realize that just because you have $1 million net worth doesn't mean, oh, show me your $1 million then, big rich boy. No, that doesn't mean anything. The educated people know that in terms of your business, how much your net worth of your business is, that's what you're actually looking for. This business is amazing. It's worth 1.3 to 2.6, I think, $1 million. And how do they figure out this number is they looked at how much cash flow it's bringing and how much money is being, you know, pumped into this company in terms of employees, the skill sets of the employees, the computers, every single thing they take into consideration to make that final judgment, that final number, and that's your net worth, and that's the value of your business. So the reason that net worth of the business is my net worth is because I own 100% of the business. If Jeff Bezos owned 100% of Amazon, he would be probably a big trillionaire. I'll just say that, a trillionaire if he owned 100%. but he doesn't. There are shareholders, there's stock people, that it's publicly traded company. So anyone can own a piece of that Amazon. It's expensive, high barriers to entry, but anyone can get into Amazon and own it.
Can Jeff Bezos in one day, in a single day, sell every single one of his shares?
No. There is a bunch of limitations how to do it. There needs to be announcements beforehand of him selling his shares, and there would be no reason for him to sell his shares if he is going to be the owner of that company, and if he believes in the long-term value, he would pass those on to a trust for his kids or something like that, and not just go ahead and cash it out, because when you cash out your money, you're taxed on it. So might as well cash it out when it's at 10 trillion compared to when you cash out at a 500 billion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're making more money.
These are regulations, I think, yeah. And you've been in the crypto game for a while now. Are you still, like on the bull runs and all that?
So crypto is running up. It's looking really solid. I've seen Bitcoin almost touch 40K just recently, like yesterday. And oh my God, dude, I might just jump into some Bitcoin, buy a little Bitcoin here and there, bro.
Yeah, what I was coming up to was there are not really a lot of regulations in terms of cryptos. There are a lot of scandals coming out. I think like a lot of things come out, the Fizz clan and all of that stuff as well, bro. Like it's all gross, bro. A lot of people getting scammed, bro. A lot of kids from Middle East scamming people a lot of money. Do you think there needs to be a lot of regulations in terms of crypto as well?
I don't like regulations, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do it. Because it's a financial institution, a financial platform. Whenever there's money involved, it gets really, really dirty and very sketchy. I get the fact that they're trying to not regulate it and make it like the community, the people's money. But when it's the people's money, there's opportunities of people losing a lot of money for whatever reason. Let's just say your account got hacked. If you haven't seen Steve Will Do It on YouTube, this is a guy, I'm estimating this guy probably lost $8 million in Bitcoin from a hacker in India. The guy literally snatched his wallet and sent the money out of the wallet and just sent it to another wallet, and now he has the money. And Steve Will Do It cannot do anything. He can't call the cops. He can't call anything and report this because it's a financially free platform. And just because the Indian has really good coding skills and figured out how to get the two-factor authentication, this man wiped his freaking account. And now Steve Will Do It is left on his butt with $8 million in negative balance. I'm just saying $8 million, but I don't know the exact number. But it's a lot of money. I'm predicting it's around $8 million.
Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of scams coming out of crypto, like whole scene as well. But like, call me old-fashioned, bro. I think the money that you have is the money in your pocket. It isn't the money in stocks and all of that stuff, bro. Because overnight, these people they've invested a lot of money in stocks, and you as well, stocks, crypto as well. One day, if if it hits, bro, if it goes all wrong, it's all gone, bro. Like,
I'm ready for it to go all wrong. I want corrections because that gives me more opportunities to buy, but I'm never going to be emotional when it comes down to it. I always mention this, but like, emotions kill an entrepreneur. That's the number one killer of an entrepreneur is emotions. You get depressed or you get super euphoric, super happy, super sad. You have to be emotionless when it comes to entrepreneurship. So when your stock or your crypto goes down 50% and you're crying and you're trying to figure out how you're going to live life for the rest of your life, that's sad. Like, don't be emotionless. Don't have too much emotion. Be emotionless, because that stock can easily go up 50% in a day as well. So just know that if you believe in it long term and you actually understand the fundamentals and core values of it, then there should be no reason for you to panic.
I feel like people that are investing into crypto and stocks, they already know this risk. They're already aware of everything.
For God's sake. I have my aunt, and she invested like $250,000 in Bitcoin at like $50,000, and it tanked to like 25, 28, whatever the number was. I forgot when it actually crashed. She lost so much money. She's so dumb. She pulled out half of the freaking value of it, and now it's back at 40,000. She pulled out half of the money, so she lost like, I would say 60, 70, maybe $100,000. I don't know exactly, but she lost a lot of money just because her emotions got to the best of her, and she just pulled it out and said, "Let me just take whatever."
Bro, this is crypto basic, bro. Never pull out on a loss.
Yeah.
That will go up. And invest money that you don't really need.
Exactly.
People invest a lot of money, it's going down. I need the money.
I only invest money that I'm willing to lose. That's my end goal.
That's additional money, like it's your daily needs, and then there's just the extra.
Yeah.
Just invest the extra.
Their savings account,
Yeah.
This is my retirement account. This is just an account that I have that's just making money. I made a lot of money just today. Recently, I made like $1,000 on my stocks today. I didn't even remember. I just like looked at my watch and it showed me $1,000 up from the stock market.
Sheesh.
So
is that an Apple Watch, bro?
yes, sir.
Bro,
Yes,
talk
sir.
me through your technology, bro. What do you think is really important in technology?
Dude, I want to be a freaking cyborg. Okay, I want to be the freaking Iron Man of the future. I want life to be so convenient to me that I have everything in my fingertips. I don't want nothing to be far away from me, distant from me. I don't have to go downstairs to get my laptop. I don't want to find my phone. I want everything to be incorporated into my life. I get it, it's controversial. People think that that's weird or you should just be a human being and everything like that. No, I'm an entrepreneur. I want to be the most optimized person I possibly can. And if technology allows me to do that, then I'm going to do that. You know, like for example, this Apple Watch, it's amazing. I get to check my fitness. I get to check my blood oxygen levels, my ECGs, my heart rate. I get to see who I am as a human being. I can't see that stuff just by looking at my fingers. I can look at it when I'm looking at my watch. It just shows me. So that's a beauty about this watch. It allows me to put timers. It allows me to put notifications. I sleep with it so I can track my sleep, how much I'm sleeping, and if I'm optimized for sleep or not. There's so many things that this watch can do, and it's amazing. I'm not here to testify or promote an Apple Watch, but I'm just trying to show you convenience matters to you. So, example, if I'm getting a call, I could just press the call now button. I don't have to reach in my phone or reach in my pocket and grab my phone anymore. I could literally just press OK and say, hello, how are you guys doing, whatever was the situation. That's the same thing for my phone though. So now I have AirPods that are connected to my ears. I don't have to listen to the speaker if it's a loud place or anything like that. I could just put my AirPods in, boom. I have my AirPods, my Apple Watch, my iPhone, my Mac, and I'm good to go for whatever situation.
Nice, bro. Just give us like a rough breakdown of what technology you have in your office, what technology you have yourself, and where's that limit? You know, like we were talking about the 50,000, I think, Mac.
Yeah.
50K Mac, bro. Like where's that benchmark? Bro?
Yeah.
Which like that's too much.
So, I lost track at this point. You know, we're housing about 12 to 13 employees. So this is all the team that we have in the office. So these are all guys that are running operations and know what they're doing. They're not just sitting on their butt. They're very highly trained and they're really good at what they do. You know, I make sure that everyone's really well trained. They come in with a 1-month internship. So they come in as an intern, learn the system, the ins and outs of the business, and then after, I push them to the limits in the internship program, by the way. I push them hard. So they're stressing out, they're freaking out, and that's the best thing. I want to see how they're doing under pressure. So after that, then they get offered a contract where they could go ahead and sign with the company for about 12 months. And that contract can be exterminated if I think that they're lazy or not keeping up to the bare minimum of what I think is possible. In terms of technology, so everyone has a computer. Everyone has an amazing computer, 4K monitors. We have the Mac Minis, which are the M1 chips. These are really beasts. They're the beasts. I used them for about like 4 or 5 months, and I couldn't find a better system than that. So eventually, we started doing video editing. We started doing podcasts and started doing all these really fun things. So what we needed to do is we needed to incorporate cameras. So now we have 2 cameras that we're using for podcasts, like these ones we're using right now, which are about $2,000, $3,000 each with the lens on it. So these are $3,000 cameras. Now we had gaming laptops because the laptops and the Mac Minis that we had previously weren't able to render as fast as these gaming laptops. Now we have these really cool high-tech graphics cards, all this stuff. I'm not entirely sure what all this stuff is, but they have really powerful GPUs and CPUs, whatever that stuff is. But they have all this amazing stuff. So now my editing team, my video editing team has amazing systems and amazing technology. They also have Mac Minis that they're sharing with the sales team as well. So we have so much technology in this office that like someone comes, we have like 4 or 5 iPads, 3 iPhones, we have AirPods, everyone's walking around, they know their jobs, everyone's freaking teched up. So there's no old school stuff. I'm very important. I make sure that it's super important that I'm investing back into my business. I want to make sure my business is high tech so we can compete with the best of the best. You know, if I'm looking at a business, I'm looking at a company that's out there, for example, Amazon, Google, whatever, they probably have amazing stuff. But from my price point of where I am in my business right now, we have the best technology that money can buy as of right now. We'll get there eventually for the Mac Pros. If you guys don't know what a Mac Pro is, it's a $50,000 beast monitor or like a tower, and this thing could freaking make movies, bro. And I want to buy one eventually. I want my team to be using that thing, so it will come one day, but not right now. But let's just know I'm working on it. So long story short, bottom line is I'm not willing to, I'm not scared to invest in my company. I want to invest into my company. I want to feed it. I want to make sure it's breathing, alive, healthy, well. And the best way to do that is just to invest back into the company. Don't be afraid.
When you're investing into, you know, like something, when you're buying something, investing into some technology, as you already said, do you have, you know, like this benchmark, or do you have, you know, like these calculations going in your mind that if I invest this much money into this product, it's gonna give me this much return? Or is it, you know, like one of your employees comes up, I want a Mac Mini. Do you just buy it like that, or do you have these calculations on it, like this is this much?
Yeah,
this much
I'm
investment?
going to analyze if I need it or not. Like if we really need it, like if someone's sitting without a computer station or like a Mac Mini or something like that, without a monitor, without an iPhone, or if he needs that, and if I see that, I will make sure it's accommodated. And what I also do is I calculate what that will do for the business. Let's just say, for example, I buy this guy a computer. Let's just say he's a content team editor, content graphic designer, something like that. How much content can he make, and how much content how many people can be exposed to that content to actually be able to sell? So I'll just pretty much think, I have 2 content designers, I want a third one. So these 2 content designers are making, let's just say, 1 post each every day. Now we have another content designer that's making another post. Now we have 3 posts every day. So these 2 posts that we're making, or these 2 posts that we have, you know, that's cool. Let's just say in a month we make 60 posts. Now we can make 90. So that gives us the opportunity to have exposed 30 more pieces of content that a audience member, or, you know, a follower of ours, or someone in our, you know, target audience can see that, and now they're going to be able to say, oh, I saw that piece of content, I want to join you guys' company. So that gives us a 33% more chance of actually getting exposed to you know, an artist or an influencer or anyone that's interested in our marketing services. And I think that's very important. Just for example, these podcast videos, you know, these are all little clips that we post up on our podcast, in our Instagram accounts, and our YouTube accounts, and our TikTok accounts. And these all podcast clips. You know, the more podcast clips we make, the better it is for the company, because the more exposure we have and the more people can edit them. So it all comes down to, you know, what you're looking at and what you're analyzing in terms of the business, and if that makes sense for your business or not.
100%, bro. Yeah, so I think we should like take a chill break. So I'm gonna read some TikTok comments. I'm not gonna read them. I'm just, you know, like, I read some TikTok comments. So if you guys don't know, if you guys are watching this on YouTube or Instagram or some stuff like that, we post these clips on TikTok as well. And your page on TikTok is like low-key blowing up. All these clips and all of that stuff. So we have some questionable comments. We have some, you know, like a lot of sporting comments. Some people saying, bro, like, this guy's spitting game, and you supported him, you know, like being so successful at such a young age. Some people, I feel like they're jealous just because of the age.
Yeah.
And the age thing, you know, like, I had a lot of comments that read somewhere in between, you know, like, this guy's so young, and I won't take, you know, like,
I won't listen to that.
This guy's so young, I'm not taking life advices from a guy who's just barely 22.
Yeah. Okay, so when it comes to that, you got to understand, what did this 22-year-old accomplish? I will listen to someone that's 21 that has millions of dollars. I'm listening. The thing about nowadays, bro, it's so weird, but it's true, is that people respect degrees, people respect people that just know things, or people respect people that just have a lot of knowledge, like a 50-year-old guy, you know. They won't listen to the guy that's making millions of dollars, that figured out this breakthrough in technology that can revolutionize the world, pretty much, you know. There's people like that out there. And I hate the fact that age is the thing that's limiting people from paying attention to people. I don't want to be 35 anymore. I don't want people to be 35 anymore and be able to listen to the 35-year-old compared to listen to the 22-year-old that knows more than the 35-year-old. You know, as a 22-year-old, I've seen and been exposed and read a lot of books, and you know, I don't want the 35-year-old guy to have more people listen to him compared to the guy that's 22. You know, I've read a lot of books. I'm learning from the giants, the best entrepreneurs in the world, and I'm educating myself with those specific people. I have mentors that are doing millions of dollars. So I'm exposed and mentored by amazing people, and I study this stuff at a very, very deep level. The 35-year-old probably partied for 10 years, did things here and there, you know, just lived his life. And people expect to listen to him just because he's 35 and has gray hairs in his beard. You know, I hate that, and I don't like that. I wear a CEO hat every single day. I wear it everywhere I go to really remember who I am and what I'm, you know, what my job is, my role is. CEO, Chief Executive Officer. I'm in charge of everything. I'm in charge of making sure everything is working. All the teams are optimized. Everything is according to plan. Everything going to future. What are the predictions for the future? Everything. That people just don't realize that a CEO hat doesn't mean I'm a CEO on Instagram bio. I'm a real life CEO. I'm really in charge of people. I'm in charge of a lot of things. I'm running this $1 million business that cannot be ran if you're not doing things correctly. And people need to understand that there's a lot of respect when it comes down to that. You know, I have to make sure that everyone is taken care of and everyone is really well understood of what the game plan is and going forward. It's very hard to manage these kind of people. You know, everyone has egos, everyone has emotions, everyone has a salary. You have to pay the salary every single couple of days, every couple of weeks, whatever. You got to make sure everything's taken care of. And it's a lot of stress on people that are, you know, chief executive officers, CEOs. You know, I hate when people post it up in their Instagram bio, oh, CEO, I'm a CEO of freaking this clothing company that has 20 followers and never made a sale in their life. I'm not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. That TikTok meme. But pretty much what I'm trying to say at the end of the day is, if a person is doing something with their life, respect them regardless of their age. If your person is doing things better, you know, 50-year-old, 35-year-old, whatever, is doing really good things, respect that guy too. But don't feel like there's age discrimination. Don't feel like the 22-year-old doesn't know things that the 35-year-old doesn't, okay? People that are 22 probably know things that the 35-year-old doesn't, and it's vice versa. So end of the story, guys, respect everyone that's actually doing something with their life and achieving something that's very, very powerful and meaningful.
100%, bro. There's a lot of hate in this world, bro. Just spread positivity, bro. Just spread positivity.
Hate's normal, bro. A person will hate something before they actually love it. There's, for example, sushi. I freaking hate sushi. I never even tried it, but I hate it. Why? Because you're as a human instinct, you're more leaning to hating something more than liking something. I never tried it, but I hate it. But if I never tried it, I could love it. So why don't I say I love sushi? Why? Because you're not exposed to it, and you're not familiar with it, you don't know what it is. And just hate is the first instinct that we have as humans. I don't know why, but a person will be hated before they're ever loved.
100%, bro. So yeah, just to end it off, you know, like just my 2 cents on the Tik Tok comments is, what an entrepreneur does is not for others. When you wear a CEO hat, when you go on a run in the morning, it isn't to show others. It's to just keep yourself in check and just keep reminding yourself of the responsibility you have,
yes,
and the things and the power you hold.
Yeah.
One wrong step and it all goes down.
Yeah.
And that, you know, like these things that everyone does. Everyone had a problem with your CEO hat.
Everyone.
It's just to show yourself.
They're like, let's listen to the guy wearing the CEO hat, not knowing that I actually run a business. That's the thing. They don't know me and they hate me. It's because I wear a CEO hat. It's a high ego thing, but it's not an ego thing. It's to remind myself that I actually have to become a CEO, and I'm manifesting myself into a CEO. A couple months ago, I was doing everything on my own. Like I would say, like beginning of 2020, beginning of 2021, I was doing everything on my own. I was scared. I was pretty much just a one-man army. I really had to understand and, you know, pretty much build myself into the CEO that I am today. And it did not take overnight. It was a lot of trials and tribulations, and I still am working on being the best person I could possibly be as a business owner. And these all things are really, really hard and really take a lot of time, a lot of energy, and I'm studying and learning how to be the best person I can be. Not for me, for my team. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. It's not for me, it's for my team.
Wisdom and experience. These things come with age.
Yeah.
But I feel like knowledge, you can gain knowledge at any given
You really
point in your life, bro. You can go to a medical school at 50 years old. You can go to medical school because that's, you know, like that's the time you chose it for yourself. Yeah. I want to go to a medical college.
Yeah. We all have the same brains. I can read a book, you can read a book. It's just whoever has the most books in their brain. That's all I was going to say. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was a little issue. We wanted to turn off the lights to make it more serious. We went into sport mode. We went into dark mode because things got pretty deep in there. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's Ish and peace.